Hey, how's it going? Anybody that's watching, I hope you're good and life is going good. Um, this video, I figured I'd talk about taking the Strattera for 3 weeks and kind of what I've noticed about myself. Um, well, when I started making these videos, in the beginning, I started talking about um, how how there's kind of like a bar that you have in your life, or I imagine, and if I quit drinking alcohol, then all of a sudden I start eating more. Like this is eating, this is quitting drinking alcohol, or I start working more, and if I start working more, sometimes I drink more. Like it kind of just the whole the when I quit one thing, I start another thing, and so like I started taking kratom, and I was able to quit drinking as much, and I quit drinking in a lot of cases. But then you have the effects of kratom, and maybe you quit eating and your health goes down. So Strattera, I'll just explain. For 3 weeks I've taken it, and at first it really hurt my ass. Like that's a normal side effect apparently. And it was like insane how bad my ass hurt. I could barely sit down on my bike seat. So it went away after about 2 weeks. I tried it with kratom, and kratom the pain did go away, but kratom was like just super strong. It was like taking, like as if I took I took like 8 grams of kratom, and it was just perfect though. It didn't make me sick like it would if I took that much. It felt awesome. But then I just felt really confused, and I couldn't I kept going to the wrong directions and stuff. And I might be like hypersensitive, this is also my own point of view, my own opinion about all of this. When I was a kid, I was diagnosed with ADHD a few times, and I don't know if I really believe it. I think I actually have more of types of depression that I've mentioned in my videos. And I'm pretty artistic, so I've read a lot about how those can go together, and the way I was raised and stuff might have to do with it all too. I was raised with chickens in a chicken coop. No, I'm just kidding. I was hatching eggs since I was 1. So the thing I kind of wanted to explain is okay. So I'm not drinking. I tried to quit sleeping medicine last night, and I stayed up till 7 in the morning. I'm about to go to work right now, really late. I'm not taking any kratom. It takes for me, Strattera completely takes away the want to take kratom. Strattera, and usually if I take away sleeping medicine and alcohol and kratom, that bar moves. So if I take those away, my eating will probably go up, but my eating hasn't. Strattera kept that low, and so and I'm actually working on getting the right foods every day and the right amount of protein and calories and stuff like that. So I've had a balance there. Also, my house is almost spotless right now, and I'm working on some school stuff for a CDL, and I've been studying that almost, it feels like 2 to 4 hours a day, which is for me is really great. I don't feel like my artistic side is getting what it needs, but I also am not feeling like it's unnecessary, because I almost feel like Strattera does, maybe it does do something to your non-epinephrine in a way that kind of keeps you contained in a way where you're fitting in with society in some strange aspect, which is something I always hope for, because I go down a lot of alleys in life where I branch off and I'll check something out, and then I come back and then I go to another way, and it's not fulfilling my total life that. I'm not feeling good about life. There's a lot of problems I've had in the last year. I broke my tooth, I wrecked my bike. So it's been 3 weeks, and where else? And so another thing is I've been studying a lot, and then I worked 2 weeks ago. The first week I took Strattera, I could feel it immediately, and I worked that week almost the most I have ever. Rode over like around 320, 360 miles that week. Made the most. I didn't make a lot of money, but I did really good. So I feel like things are starting to come together now, to where I'm getting all my bills. Like, it's way easier to call people on the phone and take care of bills, because it's kind of like a drug that helps you with. So I'm including the weight loss like aspect of it, if that's something you're going for, and not being, I don't think, a Schedule 1 drug, which makes it a little safer. It does feel like it does something weird to my heart and my lungs. Like, I feel like there's stronger blood pressure in this one area of my heart, it feels like. And I also want to say it seems like it's keeping me on track relatively to like everything, like not drinking, not taking kratom, not chewing very much, like not like getting down my sugar, as much sugar as I should eat, being healthier. I'm starting to get that down. It's been weeks, it's been months I haven't been healthy because I really messed my shoulder up, so I can't like lift weights and stuff. But I feel like it's all kind of coming together, and I've had a lot of problems, and that's my problem in life, is that those like alleys I go down in life, like all of a sudden as the weather changes and the seasons, I'll go down like, and I'll decide I'm just gonna draw, and I don't know why this happens, but every couple weeks or a couple months, all of a sudden, like, I start learning about something that I'm like interested in, and all of a sudden I just like I'm like manic, like really up, and then all of a sudden it just crashes down, and all of a sudden I'm just really super low, and it's like, and so I get drunk, and that like erases my memory. I start over, so I feel like I'm always just doing this, like, up and down, but as I'm doing it, it's like these tiny up and downs every day. I'm down in the morning and up at night, and I can't sleep. And Strattera makes it seem like it's easier for me to stay stable all day. And like, this is my opinion, and this could even be, I've looked up to see if like, what am I, bipolar? Like, I don't know if I believe in ADD. I don't know if I am ADD at all, really. Like, a guy that wrote a book about it and was on the Today Show diagnosed me when I was a kid, so I figured I must be really ADD, and I took Ritalin, and I tried this because I just feel like my life isn't like working out, like I'm not like finding like the success that I feel like people should find, like, and that's great, I mean, like, you are who you are. We're all genetically different. But I'm not like on track for anything. Like, I'm working more than ever, but not paying my bills. I found a new way that I might be able to make money, but I was either gonna move to New York and be like almost homeless and just get a house and work as much as I can and not pay my bills, or move to North Dakota and try to work for an oil company and pay my bills. And I decided to go to North Dakota because then I was like, I can still go to New York, and I'll learn something new, and I really don't want to do it right now, but I mean, like, so like I had a lot on that I wanted to do, and I thought this might help me with my tests and making decisions, and I do feel like it definitely is. I mean, if your blood pressure is changing, I feel like that if that's what it does, I kind of feel like a lot of drugs do that, like kratom even. I mean, if something changes, you follow your heart, but all of a sudden your heart's like being constricted because of like because of a drug, you might make different decisions. And I don't know if that if that's a real good analogy for this drug, because it doesn't necessarily make my heart feel a certain way all the time, but I do feel like the influence, and with non-epinephrine there probably is some correlation to like the decisions you make and how the drug affects your whole body, like whole. So far I'm gonna definitely try to get it again, Strattera. This is one of the first days where I'm actually kind of excited. Like, I couldn't sleep till 7 a.m. and I actually feel like a little bit excited. Like maybe I can kind of like raise my, like, quit drinking, quit you know, like I can continue to quit drinking, quit taking kratom and sleeping medicine, no coffee, and maybe I can just, you know, exercise and like elevate that bar of my life where I don't have bigger, where I don't have like higher expectations in a way. Like I don't need a better house necessarily. Maybe I want one in a better in a different location for a different experience, and I don't want, say, like better clothes or the best car, but I could find what I need for like the things that I'm interested in doing, and so I'm just like trying to higher my expectations in a way to where I'm more oriented on bigger future goals, like writing a book that I wanted to do that I never could really completely get to unless I was like perfectly writing it every day for 20 minutes, and it takes like an hour to get into writing, and then, you know, I had the time and I just never did. I just couldn't find the time. I couldn't always find the motivation to do it, and so I haven't tried writing, taking this drug, or even playing music or drawing and stuff, or being too creative. I haven't necessarily found that creativity, and in which, you know, is kind of painful too at the same time. I think creativity is because you're kind of like opening yourself up to like getting an impression that you're like creating something out of almost, and sometimes I don't know if that's what causes these ups and downs that I have, but I haven't had those ups and downs with Strattera in 3 weeks. It's been a lot more level for me, and the more I've taken the drug, one thing is drinking. I drank with it like a little bit for like a week, and like a couple beers, 2 to 4 beers a night, and it feels like so awesome. So it's like really hard to kind of say no to that part of alcohol. And then when I quit, it was hard to quit. It was really hard for me to quit, like always. So I'm not gonna try to do that again. And I think anybody can feel drugs stronger, like kratom and alcohol with Strattera. It might be worth checking it out. I think it's a pretty easy drug to get, and I don't think drugs are like the answer or something that you need to do forever, but, you know, if it helps for a short period of time and it doesn't cause like super depression or anxiety afterward, maybe it's all right. You know, maybe it'll be helpful to something in your life. Maybe this will help me get this job, and so, and if I have it, then I can kind of fix a lot of things. So I don't know. It's the 3rd week about, and I'm gonna try to get more before or at least know that I can like go to like a Costco and get more from this doctor. Anything else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Every day it seems like I'm kind of progressed in the direction I want to go. I'd say I don't feel like I'm just like completely going downhill in any way. And sometimes, like, even when I'm not drinking or anything and I'm eating right and trying to be healthy, I'm just like slowly going, you know, downhill. Like I'm like okay now, and I don't know if that's because I'm how I'm perceiving it, and like there's something I want to make out of it, you know. I was reading about artists last night and like how some of the greatest stuff was made after like these really great depression for certain artists. And not that I have this super depression or anything like that, but at times it definitely is a big influence of how I do things. But anyway, good luck to you, and hopefully this video is helpful. Like I think that for me, like I'm glad I'm taking it right now. I'm glad I'm taking it because it's kind of like, seems like a good impact for the last 3 weeks. Time kind of seemed to go by maybe too fast, or my memory, like I'm moving forward a little faster than I'd like to with how I'm thinking, but I don't know. I guess I'll see what happens and keep updating it. So good luck to you. Hope you quit whatever you quit, or start whatever you start, and have a good rest of the summer.